So we are doing this thing where we have to, say what we did wrong and redo it for our exam. So, for the multiple choice questions, we are doing 6, 8, 13, 18, 22, and 24. For 6, the journal entry to close expense accounts is A. Debit income summary, credit owner's capital, which, and then B. Debit income summary for total expenses, credit each expense account. Okay. Debit each expense account, credit income summary. And D, none of these. And I apparently said D, which, is wrong. So, it's not D. I don't know why I said D. But it is, in fact, B. Because you were going to credit each expense account, which is, so you would write a 2 because you would already close your revenue or whatever. And then you would credit, and then since you did a credit here, you get to debit it over here for 4. And therefore, because of the T-charts thing, it is like that. And I'm on to my second problem. And now it's number 8. If a business receives $2,000 from sales, this would A. increase assets and increase owner's equity, which it would increase cash. Cash would go up, and so would OE, which makes sense because you have to balance them out. Assets equal liabilities plus owner's equity. So it's most likely A. I said B, which is wrong. C, increase liabilities and decrease owner's equity, which does not make sense because there is no liabilities in the equation of $2,000 from sales. And decrease assets and decrease owner's equity, you are receiving it, so it has to be A. It has to be the first one. So now we're moving on to number 18, which I thought I had, but apparently I don't. And it says the bank statement shows checking account of $5,500. There are outstanding checks totaling $600. See, checks you would take away, so $600. An outstanding deposit of $400, so you would add $400 because deposits are adding. And a bank service charge of $15, which you would take away. So this plus this is a negative $200. Plus that is a negative $215.
Goodbye. Stop arguing. Go.
500.
I need a check for Woods and Waters. Run.
$5,500
I'll give you some candy.
minus $215 is 4, 10, 9, 10. So this would be 5, 8, 2, 5. And is that one of our answers? And it is. And the answer we have is C. And However, that is wrong, and that is what I got earlier. But you have to realize that there's two different sides of a reconciliation. The bank side and which is the left side, or sorry, the check stub balance and the adjusted bank balance sides. And the service charge does not go to this side. So when it says a checking account balance, meaning checking account balance is going to be on so we just need to do the bank side because it says the bank statement shows. So all we have to do is 500,000, 550, $5,500 minus the $200 because yeah, and so our real answer should be A because 600 minus 400 or plus 400 because it's deposit is going to be negative 200, and you should get 5,300 as your answer, which is A, and therefore that's what I did wrong, and that's what I did right. Okay, continue on. So our next thing that I did wrong was 22, and on the worksheet, the balance of sales is extended to, and I said C, which is wrong. I said income statement debit column, which income statement debit column is wrong. And it is wrong because debit, it's not from the debit column, it is to the credit column because in the book it has sales and it extends over to the income statement credit column, which I will show you a picture of. As you can see right here, there's sales, and you go over, and this is the income statement credit side. So there you have that, straight from the book. The next problem that we had is this. I just left it blank, though I don't know why, because whatever. But to figure this out, so you have to do assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. So what do? We have to first figure out owner's equity, which is this mess over here. We're going to add all these together, and we will get a number for that. Well, what we do is we add these two together, and then we subtract these ones, and then we'll add that to this, and then that will be one side of the equation. And then once we get that one side of the equation, you have to take all these numbers and minus that from there, and then we'll get an answer. So what we have to do is you have to blah blah blah. I'm pretty sure I already explained this. It's like the day after. Okay. What we have to take is we have to take owner's capital. We're gonna take owner's capital, which is 54,000. We're gonna add 17,000 to it, and we're gonna get 71,000. We're gonna take 71,000. We're gonna minus withdrawals, which is 22,500, and minus 3,000, and minus 7,500.
And yes, I do know that.
Which we get 38,000. Then we have to add accounts payable, because that's our only liability, which is 23,000, which is $81,000. So assets should equal that. So, but we see that we only have 58,000 because we have to add all the SH is 58,000 plus 400
Hundred what?
equals 58.
You're
58, 400. And so we have to take 81,000 and at the minus 58, 400 to get 22.
But where's Derby place?
Then you have to add 58,000 to the office supplies. That you take, and then you take 58,400 and 58,400, and then you have to add office supplies equipment, which is an asset, which is 50,000. Equals 73,400. You take 73,400 and you take 81,000 minus that 73,400 and you get 7,060 or 7,600, which is C. And I just didn't have anything, I believe. And that is the end